What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. I'm going to sound a little redundant here, okay? And no, it's not because the price is at 1.38 cents and we've been here for 4 days, right? I'm going to sound redundant because if you just watched my Bitcoin video, you've probably heard the word diamond top more than you care to in a certain day. But this time it's a bottom. It's different this time, right? You actually look at this. You even did have a diamond top. How did we not identify that back there? It's such a weird V. That's why normally you don't have this. It's like more, that might be why. Maybe it's not a diamond top. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. I've got diamond top syndrome. This looks like a diamond bottom, though. Like, truly it does. It's a pretty well-shaped diamond, if I'm not mistaken. And typically, but I don't like the end here. Maybe it's not, but whatever. We're consolidating. We're in some kind of consolidation phase. We'll probably keep coming down. We're at a point now where if this was a diamond bottom, we're kind of looking to break out of it. But there's not enough going on here really to start. Normally, you look for like that symmetrical triangle look, and I don't think that we have that down here. Just because I draw it like this doesn't mean there's a symmetrical triangle. It's more of like a channel, well-maintained channel, which OnyxCoin likes to have. It's very, very common for this to do that. I am expecting Bitcoin to drop. And you guys, I don't know how much it's going to drop. Just understand, here we are at 108.7K right now. I mean, we could drop all the way down to 104K or lower. We really could. And if Bitcoin drops 4%, I would assume then that nothing is safe. Everything's probably going to drop about 10% or more, right? Nothing crazy, but 10% or more. And if OnyxCoin were to drop 10% or more, we're getting a double bottom or some kind of slightly lower, higher low. 1.38 cents now. Lower is the intention here, at least in my opinion. If Bitcoin were to go to about 104K or lower, that would be the expectation. But it might not go that low. There's a case scenario to make where it could find support at 107K, 108K, basically at 108K now. But 1.3 cents here on the 1 hour time frame. Looking at this 1 hour RSI, you got oversold, you didn't get overbought, you're coming back down. You had an uptrend, which you've just actually recently broken out of, right? I don't draw straight lines too well, but that's a pretty straight line here, right? Like if I were to take this from the low and line it up with these lows, it's no competition, no contestation there that we have broken out of that. And it's not good. Normally, whenever you break out of an uptrend before you even get overbought, that's not good, you guys. It's not. You don't want to see that, right? That's not actually normally a good thing. Let's see if we have an example of that real quick. Right here, right there. Was that good? Not really, no. We saw some downside. We went to a lower low. But then we pumped and then we dumped some more. Yeah. Prime example right there. Wicking to the downside. No volume coming in. We're moving down without volume, so that's good and all. We don't have to move lower. We really could hold the line here and continue to move up. And I do really weigh on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Because ETH and Bitcoin are going to, and maybe even XRP, right? That's something that I feel like a lot of people don't consider, but XRP could be a bit of a leading indicator as far as like, is the market ready to go? A lot of people lean on Ethereum for that, but I think XRP, there's nothing wrong with counting on XRP. I want to look at this here on this 15-minute time frame real quick just to see where we are. No, we're still down. We'll see how we close this next 4 minutes. It could look interesting. I might have some egg on my face with that Bitcoin video, and if I do, great. I'd rather us go up anyways. We'll make more money that way. But never hurts to see the price go down, and you can always allocate more and then have more whenever it does move up, stuff like that. Looking at this here at 1.4 cents right now, essentially 4 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. I'm thinking we go lower, guys. I'm thinking we go lower. Absolutely. Yeah. Looking at this from a low to a high here. 0.5 support grinding out the 382. You're going to go down at least to 1.36 cents around there, if not down to like 1.35 cents. And if not, if you don't hold that, we'll see at 1.325 to 1.2 cents, somewhere in that zone. I doubt we go below 1.2 cents, but we could. If we do, it's okay. Okay, it's totally fine if we do. But I doubt that we do. At this point, I'm even doubtful that we go below 1.3 cents, but I wouldn't be shocked or terrified if that happened, right? I'd actually probably just put my knife and fork in my hand to get my bib ready so that we can eat. Looking at this here on a 4 hour time frame. Yeah, well-maintained trend here, right? Coming down like this, lower highs, lower lows. We're at the high end. We're going to go to the low end. Might make sense that we go below these lows. That's my expectation. We would go below these lows. So, yeah, I'm thinking something on the lines of like a double bottom, but maybe a slightly higher low, if not a slightly lower low, maybe a true double bottom at that. But the 4 hour RSI is bearish. We gave it an attempt here. We had the attempt. We had the intentions were set right, and we just didn't get any follow-through. So I'm thinking that we'll probably go down, maybe capitulate some people, maybe find some sellers. I know that we've run out of sellers, you guys, but maybe, you know, if you get bored enough and this moves down, maybe another altcoin's popping off, that could discourage. I've heard a lot of people this week say that they've sold OnyxCoin, and it means we're getting there, you guys. We're definitely getting there, but just because I'm reading my YouTube comments that we're selling OnyxCoin, that doesn't mean that we have a lot of selling pressure. I mean, here, guys, we're moving down right now, and how much volume do we have? Like insignificant, very insignificant amounts. So most people are just hodling. Most people are staking, probably, and that's kind of the point. So that's why we probably are moving down so meticulously. People are just selling their staking rewards for whatever reasons to reallocate back in. Maybe, or so I guess you're not selling if you're reallocating. Maybe to provide month-to-month expenses, whatever. You know, that's not what I do, but I do kind of save it as like a rainy day fund. Like if something happens, you know, we've got staked coins that we just sat on and they grew, and you know, we don't have to touch our original XCN holdings, so it's nice. You know, that's definitely good. But I'm just talking too much about myself at this point in time. I think that we'll go lower. I do think that we'll go lower, guys. Daily time frame here. Daily time frame looks a little bit bearish. That was my cat. If you heard him, that was Mufasa. And I don't expect that we go below this low, but somewhere around there, somewhere around 1.3 cents, maybe just below 1.3 cents. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. OnyxCoin is fine. XCN is fine. Everything is fine. We're just waiting on Bitcoin and the rest of the markets to kick off. Whenever things are bullish, this thing eclipses everything else, right? There's certain things that outperformed it back in April and going into May even. There are certain things that outperformed it. But XCN, when things are moving up, it does outperform the average performer. So if you want a top performer here, this thing is going to do well. You just got to be patient, right? Sit on your hands, buy some more, sit some more. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.